Hi everyone, we have a new Tera Raid Battle event that is currently live in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This is the Mighty Venusaur event and it has Venusaur appearing in 7-star raid with ground Tera type. As with all other 7-star raids, players can only catch Venusaur once per each save file. This event will run until March 5th, so you do have a couple of days to go ahead and try to get this Pokemon. It is of course a part of 2.5 weeks of Kanto starter celebrations for Pokemon Day. As usual, I'll talk more about the moveset and tips on how to catch Venusaur pretty fast. First of all, the moveset, it has Earth Power, Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Amnesia, with additional move being Sunny Day, Growth and Petal Blizzard. Now it does actually use Sunny Day in the very first turn with Growth and Petal Blizzard. So you do have to have a Pokemon that resists these moves before you can actually attack it in the first turn. As you can see, I did decide to go with Chestnut. It is a pretty strong Pokemon and does actually avoid all the moves that Venusaur has, especially if it does have the bulletproof ability. We did actually recently get a 7-star raid for Chestnut, and that is a Pokemon I'm actually using on screen right here. Couple of other Pokemon that go very well for this Tera Raid battle is also Corviknight, which has Flying Steel type. It is definitely a really good support Pokemon if you'd like to use it. If you're planning to use it, I would definitely recommend it having either Screech or Metal Sound and Light Screen to support other allies. Another Pokemon that I would recommend is Appleton with Light Screen and Apple Acid. That would actually help in reducing the defense while other team members are attacking Venusaur. Now on screen right here, all I'm doing is buffing my stats before I do start using Seed Bomb, which is actually a pretty powerful move against Venusaur right here. But of course, going back to the other Pokemons that you could use, you can definitely try Frostmoth, which is Ice Bug type. I believe it has the move Snowscape, which will actually avoid the sunny day. And you could try using Aurora Veil or Light Screen to buff up your stats. Struggle Bug and Giga Drain would help as well in its moveset. There's also Vileplume, which I have seen people use. It is a grass and poison type. I mean, with the move Growth, it would definitely be super helpful, especially since Sunny Day is up. You could definitely try using Grassy Terrain and try using Acid Spray to lower the defense. We could also use Venusaur itself. This is something I've seen in one of the battles or one of the tries where I actually lost. But I did see a Venusaur with Giga Drain and Growth and Acid Spray as well. It's kind of similar to the Vileplume that I just discussed on. Another Pokemon would be definitely Decidueye, which is also, I guess, resisting most of the moves that Venusaur has. You can also again go with almost similar moveset. Either have a move that will increase your attack stat, like how I have Sword Dance on my Chestnut, or try using Light Screen to increase the defense and special defense stats. Decidueye also has a pretty good attack stat, so it could definitely do very good damage with Leaf Blade or Seed Bomb. Other than this, you could also try using Terrapagos, which if you have the DLC, you would probably have caught this Pokemon. Its Terra Storm is a pretty powerful move with Calm Mind, which would actually help it a lot. You could also try using Rain Dance and Surf with Terrapagos as well, which is a pretty good moveset. The last one is Clerics. I believe that's how it's called. It is a Psychic and Ice type, which is actually pretty powerful and could actually take on Venusaur solo. With the moveset Light Screen, I would probably add Sword Dance, Avalanche and Snowscape. Snowscape to avoid the sunny day. Either way, I went with Chestnut as I've seen a lot of people using it and decided to go for it with the moveset that I have right here. If you are using Chestnut, go ahead and have Spiky Shield. Without that move, it is a bit difficult to go against Venusaur. If you do use Spiky Shield, the minute your abilities and stats are reset, it will actually protect your Pokemon from a damage for one turn from Venusaur. Either way, at this point, as you can see, I had a perfect team. Actually, all of these people are random. I have no idea who they are. I just hosted a battle and apparently 2 other people had the same idea as me and they're also using Chestnut right here on screen. The last one with the Umbreon was our supporter. I guess we all just got to know that we had to go through with one being supporter and the other one's attacking. This is actually the 5th time I was challenging Venusaur. I did get some pretty good team members before, but I really didn't have a good moveset. But now that I do have this one, I think we should be able to still go ahead and catch Venusaur at this health, especially now that we have removed its Terra Shield. Alright, I'll go with another Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb is a pretty good move for Chestnut. You can also use Drain Punch in case your health is going low. In my case, thankfully, we did have a really good supporter Pokemon, Umbreon, which is able to help us a lot with the defense. At this point, we were able to defeat it. Alright. It's definitely trickier if you do not have the right Pokemon. I have tried using a couple of other Pokemons against Venusaur, and the ones that I did mention in this video are the only ones that worked well for me against Venusaur. So I would definitely recommend choosing a Pokemon from the list that I did just provide. But of course, you could definitely try out a newer Pokemon and let me know if you did catch it with another Pokemon or a unique moveset. In this case, I'm going to try and use Dust Ball to catch it. I guess it's the only Pokeball that almost matches the color for Venusaur. So there we go. We do have the other 2 Kanto Star Tera Raid events coming up soon, and I'll be going ahead and making a video on those as well. But this one, once again as a reminder, will be running until March 5th. You do have around 5 days to go ahead and catch this Pokemon. Definitely go ahead and give it a try. As for the rewards, here they are on screen. These are all the rewards that you usually get as a base reward for catching Venusaur. And anything more would be the random item rewards that you might get. I'm not too worried about the reward itself. Just want to go ahead and check out the stats for Venusaur before I do end out this episode. Definitely have to say that this 7-star raid was pretty fun. After all, I did finally get a chance to use a Pokemon from 7-star raid to defeat another Pokemon, which I've never done before. Chestnut is definitely pretty cool. But here we have Venusaur. I must say Venusaur is actually one of my favorite Pokemon and is the very first starter that I chose for Gen 1 games. So I'm pretty happy to have this Pokemon right here in my team. Let me go ahead and switch out Kilowattro. And I do have to equip the Mightiest Mark for this Pokemon. There it is. Let me swap it up front and go into the summary. It is actually modest nature, which is really cool. But here we have Venusaur. Alright, the animation is not that bad, although it did go through me right here. Okay. Alright, that's all I had for today. Hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please put a like, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel as it does help me a lot. If you'd like to support me more on Patreon, check out the links in my description, and I'll see you all in the next one.